So you can introduce yourself. And cut your head.
Oops.
Okay, that's good.
Right?
Okay, you can go.
Hi, blessings and good health. My name is Vanity Worthy, also known as Vanna Lewis. I'm from Tucson, Arizona, from the Ta'ana Altham Nation. I've been here living in Arizona, Tucson, pretty much my whole life. I became an artist really young in middle school. I started using pastels and stopped the classroom. They took a great notice in my artwork. I began to thrive and really show that I had a lot of potential and talent in the art world. I got a full scholarship to the University of Arizona under the College of Fine Arts through the Ta'ana Altham Nation Tribe Scholarship. 4 years ago, I got in an accident that was life-changing, and I couldn't make good on my scholarship, even though I tried and I definitely gave it my best shot to go and try the semester. But emotionally and physically, I was very hurt still and needed a lot of healing. At that same time, I had a significant other that we separated, and then also because of the accident, I lost my living area, which I had my own apartment, and then I had 3 jobs teaching middle school art as a caregiver and working for a major retailer in town. And after that all happened, I began to feel very unworthy of a lot of things in life and genuine happiness. So I had lost my apartment and moved in with my best friend, and kind of just became really just down on life and didn't have a lot of hope and I didn't have a lot of anything to look forward to. And I sat in front of the sunset religiously and prayed, and I asked, what next, and what's the next step here? Where do we go from here? And as I spoke and what I believed, I spoke to my creator, and my creator spoke back to me and told me I still have a lot of worth, and that I'm still worthy, and that I should really understand that if I look around and look outside and look within to see the worth, and everything around us declares worth, from the clean water that we partake in as humanity, to the open sky, to the faithful sunset. And truth is, we could have been anything. I could have been a tree, I could have been a dog, I could have been a cat, I could have been grass, anything alive, a living organism. But I was called and I was chosen and fashioned and created as a human, and I take that very seriously. And so I began to really re-understand my worth for myself, and how awesome it is to be human, and what I'm very capable of once I give it a lot more thought. And so I began a project called the Worthy Project, and it's been going for 4 years now in August. And it's the movement of understanding one's worth without the society perspective, without your parents dictating to you, without you yourself. It's just challenging your worth in a space for yourself. So if you ask yourself, is it really worth it? Anything that you're doing in life right at this very moment and you're a part of, ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it worthy? And the definition of worth is something of value. The definition of being worthy is something that you are deserving of this worth. You are deserving of it, and you're worthy of it. You have a worth that sustains another worth, and that you have goodness, and that you should be reckoned, and you should be praised, and you should be, and it's something good. It's worthy. It's worthy of something good. And I believe that we need to look at that for ourselves and begin to use that word. I only heard it in a very religious content, and I've studied the word to know that we stopped using it in the 1800s. More so now in society, we use it, and the main goal is to preserve it in its fashion, in its genuine fashion. To be able to do that in a way where we can use the t-shirt, and that's where I created the project, and to be able to use the Worthy Project and use the vehicle of a t-shirt and collaborate them together, and to be able to have society and ourselves as a human identify with that word personally. And it could be an acronym, so WORTHY, Worthy, working on refining or restoring the human you. And that's where it starts. It's just rediscovering worth for oneself. And I started this project in the community of Tucson, and I began to share the project with everybody and anybody. So using the t-shirt and handing them out, some of them free, selling them to go back into the project, and just having that a part of our community and knowing what worth really means for oneself. And for me, as an artist, I want to create an installation of people, so everyone has a shirt that says Worthy on it in some fashion, and they can honestly say, I'm worthy of this. And that word is so empowering, it's so profound, and that's why I believe there was a genuine gift from my creator, is that the word itself, it will hold you accountable, it will challenge you, call you to action, give you hope, inspire you, want you to rethink your own worth for yourself, and give you the excitement that you have to do it for yourself. It has no space, it's a space that you create for yourself, but it has no space for anybody else. And it's truly one's personal journey of knowing their self-worth. And one thing I discovered of it is a lot of self-love, and what it means to open up spaces of healing, and what self-love really looks like. Not just saying I love myself, but actually loving yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and environmentally. So that's the gist of the project, the Worthy Project. I plan to share it globally and use the t-shirt as a vehicle. I'm very inspired to embody that, and to create an installation of people all over the world that can identify with their worth and collectively come together and be one. So like in a sense, a worthy city. If you want to be worthy, if you have worth, if you know your worth, we should celebrate that and encourage that with one another, and continuously to do that, creating that space now for our future spaces and our further existence and where we go after this life. So thank you for letting me share that.
Thank you, Vanna.
You're welcome.